Good morning, St. Pius.
Welcome back.
back.
It's been what, 5 months?
5 months since we saw you last, but we are so excited that you are here, and we are looking forward to creating a great school year for you. We've been planning since March for this day to come, and we are so excited that we are finally here. And hopefully, we've got a lot of stuff that we're going to tell you today, and hopefully, you'll be ready to go to school come, well, I guess today,
Yeah,
right?
right.
We're going to do all this stuff today.
And so we can be here more than a day.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. Very important for you guys to pay attention and do what we're asking you to do so we can stay in school and stay playing sports.
Well, let's start
All right,
off.
all right, let's go. Here we go. So preparing for your day. Here's how we're going to start. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you're going to have to do is your parents are going to have to take your temperature. They're going to have to fill out this log that you've found in your planner. They're going to have to sign off saying that you don't have a temperature, you don't have any of the symptoms for COVID, and then it'll be checked by your first hour teacher. Hopefully, none of us will forget it, but if you do, you'll be sent down to the office and we'll take your temperature there. We'll have to figure out some way to do it, how we sign that,
Right.
get you back to first hour. Here's the key thing. Now more than ever, almost everybody that we've had over the summer that tested positive for this, or anybody that I know personally that has tested positive for this, had minor symptoms. Symptoms that we probably wouldn't have stayed home for before this year. It is important for you now to stay home if you're not feeling well. If you have a slight temperature, whatever it is, please stay home, because that's probably going to be the fastest way we shut down. Is somebody comes in here thinking they're okay and they're not. So please, 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 if you're not feeling well, stay home.
We're not going to worry about perfect attendance this year, right?
Oh yeah, perfect sentence out.
Okay.
We're done with that.
Okay.
You're all perfect anyway.
All right. So once you get to school and you're on your way into the school building, there are a couple of things you need to make sure that you have. We have uniform issued masks. You have a nice blue one or a nice white one that you can have, and you have to have that with you. Okay? So that's how we're going to do the day, wear our mask. And then once you get in the doors, you're going to have a little sanitizer that you need to make sure that you have ready on, so you can come in and your hands are clean and you're ready to start your day.
Sanitizer will be at every door when you walk in. The only time the mask, let me go back to the mask. We have these two that somebody donated to us, so we're going to give you one of those. Also, the other only time you don't have to wear a mask is when you're eating at lunch, or I guess if you're getting a drink or something like that.
Right.
All right, so make sure you have all that stuff. All right, so now we're in school. You've come into the building, you're dropped off, you've walked in the building, you've sanitized your hands, you're going to your locker, get your stuff. We're going to ask you to try to stay socially distanced as much as you can. We're wearing masks, but proceed to your first hour class as quick as you can. I know some of you that get dropped off pretty early. We still want that to happen. If that happens, once you start seeing the locker bay fill up, we got areas in the commons that we can sit down there. As soon as we get the cafeteria stuff in there, we'll be able to even put more in there. But just be aware of your surroundings.
Okay, so first hours happen, and as you're going to second hour, the next thing that's going to take place, the teacher is going to spray down the desk to make sure. Then they're going to hand you a paper towel as you walk in to clean off the desk. And at that time afterwards, there's going to be, once again, the hand sanitizer going to be used to clean you up. So you've cleaned off your desk, you've thrown away the paper, and now you're cleaning your hands again, and so you're ready to go about your day or class.
Yep, and then you might want to start, well, you probably have already done this now that it's first hour, but there will be assigned seats. I need to be able to know where students sit in every classroom. So the teachers are going to allow you to pick your seat. So pick wisely, and then we'll get you in a student seating arrangement so we can contact trace at any time. So that's what will happen in the classroom. Mask, again, all times. You're wearing mask no matter what classroom you're in, whether you're 6 feet apart or not, we're wearing masks at all times.
Okay, so you've been in class, you've cleaned the desk, you've washed your hands, you sanitized your hands. Now, talking about getting from one class to another is very important. We are going to make sure that everybody stays to the right side of the hallways, right? We're not making them one way, so stay to the
And
right.
single file.
Single file.
Single file the best you can.
Stay to the right. And as you're going up to the second or third floor, the doors closest to Mr. Lee's office are the ones going up the stairs, so that it will be a one-way. And the ones closest to Mr. Ashby's hideout is the down way. So, Mr. Lee, you're going up, and Mr. Ashby, you're going down. So when you're going upstairs, those are the two stairs you're going to go up and down on one.
The first geography lesson of the year,
North and south.
Mr. Lee would be
North.
South.
South. I was testing you.
Mr. Ashby is north. So you got the south one is going up, north one's going down.
And that's why I said Lee and Ashby.
Now this is only during class change times. If you need to go to the bathroom or something during the class period, you don't need to follow those rules going up and downstairs. You just go to the closest one you have. Speaking of that, we have decided for your lockers, the two things that are going to be key for us is the class change time and how crowded it is in the hallway, and locker bays. You know how they are. If you freshmen don't know, but you will find out very quickly how crowded those get. So second lesson of the year, first one was geography, second one is math. If your locker is an even number, so let's say your locker number is 2, all right? If your locker number is an even number, then you get to go to your locker after the even period. So you would go after second hour, after fourth hour, and after sixth hour. If you're an odd number locker, which would be 1, then you get to go after first hour, third hour, and fifth hour. Everybody gets to go to their locker before school and after school after 7th. So if you're an even, you get to go after second, fourth, and sixth. And if you're an odd, you get to go after first, third, and fifth. Your teacher will probably discuss, if you kind of forget something and you need to go to your locker, what to do during that time. But what I will say to you here, and I want you, we've talked about this with the faculty. The restrooms are a problem as well. We're going to try to limit, I want you to limit it to 4 in there at a time. So if you have 2 in the stall, 2 at the sinks, just kind of wait outside until it clears. One comes out, then you can go in. But if at any time you go to your locker bay and you don't think it's safe to go in there, it's just too crowded, just wait till it clears out a little bit and then you can go in there. Obviously, you may have to wait at the restroom a while. And again, I think your teachers might talk to you a little bit about that. Maybe if there's a line, come to class, tell me, and then you can go back, whatever it is. But if you feel uncomfortable at any time going into a crowded area, whether it be a stairwell, a hallway, a locker area, a restroom, please wait. Wait until you're comfortable.
Most definitely. Yeah, for sure. So I know, Charlie Gangler, you are probably really concerned about this one. What are we going to do in the cafeteria?
We're not serving any lunch. He's
No.
going to have to just, nope, he's just going to have to gut it out.
Wow. Charlie, did you hear that? No lunch. No, we're just kidding. You're going to have lunch. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put 3 at a table until dividers come in, because
Yep.
we're getting dividers to go down. And then after dividers, you're going to be able to have 6 at a table. There's going to be more seating. We're going to have to arrange it differently. Probably people in the entryway, put up some
Gyms,
gyms.
outside,
That's
wherever we can go.
So up until we get to dividers, we're going to have to change up how we've been doing this. Another change, regardless if we have the dividers or we don't have the dividers, Mr. Monachino will be in the cafeteria dismissing tables to go up at 6 at a time, 3 at a time, so that you don't have the big grouping there. So it's going to be a little different. It's still the cafeteria, but it's going to be kind of like at a wedding rehearsal or a sports banquet where he's going to dismiss by tables.
And I'll shake it up.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, don't go down there and fight for these one tables, because I'll say this table one day and the next day it'll be something. So wherever you guys want to sit, get comfortable with, you won't always be the last in line if you're sitting at a certain table.
Oh, and we're going to have 4 lunch periods again.
Oh yeah, going back to 4 lunch
lunch
periods, that gives us about 80, 85 kids in each lunch period. So hopefully that'll go smoother too. As always, if you want to bring your own lunch, you can, just like you've always done it. All right, so now we've got through all the classes and everything like that. Now we're getting to the end of the day. So the end of the day happens. Obviously, hopefully we got still sports going on. So there's going to be kids that are going to stick around. So you're going to go to your locker and you're going to get your things. And we're going to ask you to leave the area.
Right.
We're still not sure about how we're going to deal with the library and some of those areas after school like we've always done. But if you do need to wait on a ride, or if you're not playing sports, just remember, remember the 3 W's.
Wear your mask, wash your hands, watch your distance.
Yeah.
That's the warrior way.
We're going to try to figure out some of it during the early part of it. We might have some tables or chairs or desks out in that entryway, socially distanced for lunch. So those might still be there for you to sit in after school if you need to hang out somewhere. But please, 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 anytime you're waiting and you're unsupervised, wear your mask and watch your distance, especially. But again, there'll be hand sanitizer everywhere.
Yep.
All right?
I know Mr. Monachino talked about it earlier.
No, so important.
When to stay home. Now more than ever. If you are not feeling well, you need to stay home. We can always have you be in a classroom virtually. It's very important that you take care of yourself and each other.
It's key. It's going to be up to you guys. I mean, if we want to stay in session and if we want to stay playing sports, it is up to you to make this happen. What you do here and what you do outside of here is going to impact how we can function here, because this thing can grow pretty fast. Our teachers are working hard, spreading you out as much as they can in the classroom. We've gotten rid of every piece of extra furniture we have in every classroom, so we've got you spread out as best we can. But what you do when you leave here is probably more important than what you're doing here. I think you guys you've always done well when you were here. You've always taken care of us as teachers. And each other while you're here. But once you leave and you go outside in the parking lot or in a car or on the weekend, you got to wear the mask. You got to wear the mask all the time if we're going to stay in session.
Right.
And we want you to. We did not want to go back to March.
No, we don't.
It was miserable for us. We missed you probably way more than you missed us.
Oh, that's for sure.
So please, please, please take care of each other. If you see somebody that's struggling with this whole situation, or, as people go in and out of school that have to quarantine, call them, make sure that they're okay, make sure that we're coming back and ready to go. So, again, we can't wait. We cannot wait for this year to start. It's finally here.
That's right.
And we are ready.
We are all adapting to the situation we're under.
Yep. So,
Thanks.
have a great year.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be great. Have a great year.
We'll try to recognize you in the hallway.
Thanks for being a warrior. What are you putting behind us?
Big COVID thing.